That's what it is. It is your girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Drama Life Prison Wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice. Girl, hoping to see justice before all face to black. Yes, it's your girl Cadillac. Good morning. Monday morning, girl. I dread Mondays. Turn this air down just a bit because it is hot. And every time I get hot, I think about the Beat the Heat challenge that I did. I could link that in the description box below. It is to bring awareness to how hot it is in Florida DOC and how my loved one and many other people's loved ones are suffering during most of the months in Florida. The group that I advocate with for criminal justice reform, which y'all know I don't even like the phrase criminal justice because it implies that we're getting justice for criminals. That makes no sense. I think that's why they named it that, so you can automatically be like, boop, no, I want no part of that. Girl, it's justice reform. It's justice for all of us. Any of us can be thrusted into that system. The system is no way the way you think it is. Unless you've been through it, then you know how it is. But it is no way the way that you think it is. You don't have the rights that you think you have. You got them rights. But it'll be hell trying to get, anybody to uphold your rights. So people think, oh, whatever, they shouldn't have did what they did. So if they're being treated inhumanely, it's okay because they should have did what they did, not knowing that there are many that Florida has just signed up to keep forever, no second chances. There are many that, like my husband, who should not be incarcerated, has done enough time for if he did the crime or if he didn't, which he did not do the crime, but most don't believe that story. They don't believe the hype. So even if he did the crime that he's accused of, he's done enough time for that too. But Florida wants to hold on to him for life, girl, right? So just check that out. It's in the description box below. We were trying to ask lawmakers to actually live in the circumstances for 5 minutes, that's it, of what you want people to live lifetimes in. Girl, how you think that went? A lot of them didn't even know that there was no AC in prison. How do you not know that? And you're the one that's signing these bills and stuff, right? But the way the system usually works, if it doesn't concern you, you don't give two damns about it. Okay, so let's get into first the whole point of today's video. I've been saying for the last 2 days, but I've been tired, girl. Working crazy on my workshop. That's like a whole nother prison. And I had somebody comment that. I'm glad that they commented that. Because this also has nothing to do with my topic. But side note, I was on Willie D's one of his videos, and he was showing how the female prisoners, they just was dropping it like it was hot, and they had this little picture that they took that went viral, and he was saying that that's crazy, because it is crazy. Women basically do have to exploit themselves to get a level of recognition, to get anything started. Although I hate it, sex is what appeals. If I really wanted to get my husband free, I would need to sex up my channel. I would need to sex up myself, basically, to even get the recognition. And it flows everywhere. It was in the music industry when I was there. It's in anything. If you want anybody's attention on whatever you're trying to do, you have to sell the sex first. It's how it is. And because I'm not advertising sex, I just don't get seen or heard. Or it takes much longer. So they went viral. And then there was another one, Prison Bay. Like, she basically, people started a whole GoFundMe, and she got out of prison paid. Like, she went in prison and came out better than she went in, because people, but it was because of the sex. It's basically not sex, but her sex appeal, because that's basically all people really care about. They don't care what message you have. They care about how you look, girl. And if you're sexy enough to be talking, right? And then they ain't even listening to what you're saying. It's just because you're just cute and sexy, right? So he was like, don't believe the hype, because though, they might be going viral, you don't know how they're being treated in prison. I'm like, oop, he always thinks deeper. He's a deep thinker, and I love that. And I was like, yes, the prison systems are inhumane. You wouldn't even most people wouldn't let the animals be treated the way that humans are being treated. Right? And I do know, but they shouldn't have did what they did. Okay, so now that we got that out the way. Oh, hold on. There was a whole point in that, girl. I had made the comment that after people's like, girl, you went way too deep, because this is surface level talk, but I can't just surface levelly talk. People are hurting, things are not right, and I feel we can, if we stop talking about surface level stuff long enough, we can fix some of our problems together, not by ourselves, together. We need each other. I need you, and you need me too, right? So they was like, girl, we ain't trying to get that deep, but you are right, but we wasn't trying to get that deep. And so I was like, to be honest, prison is the new lavery. It is. And then he came with a side note. He was like, and employment is the new lavery as well. And I'm like, you ain't never lie. It sure is. The long as you are employed, your life is controlled by the employer. Even when you're not at work. I'm not at work now, girl, but my life is very much being controlled by that job, because now my day off, rather than relaxing, recuperating, I'm trying to hurry up and do everything that I need to do, want to do, desire to do, family time, clean up, I'm trying to cram all that into one freaking day. Because if I don't, it's not going to get done. Because once I go back to work, your day pretty much revolves around going to work, getting off tired, getting a little bit of sleep, a little bit of eat, come back. I even made the comment one time, and it was crazy that the manager chimed in. They was like, Kitty, where you going? I said, I'm going to visit my home. And they was like, visit your home? I'm like, yeah, I live here. And she was like, yeah, it does feel like that. And I heard another manager say that when I left on Saturday, which was actually Sunday morning, because I barely could get up out of there. And she was like, girl, I live here. And it honestly, you're spending more time at work than you are at home with your family. That's very much lavery. And we're not even getting paid. Now, the managers they might be making a living wage, but we ain't making no living wage, girl. I just got paid, and I'm waiting on my account to be overdrafted any day, like any moment now. I have a bill coming through, and I don't have enough for that bill. So I literally just worked a whole week and did not take anything home. Anything. I'm in the negative. So you tell me how that ain't lavery. And then it takes your time. Your time is everything. That's the one thing that is irreplaceable. Just like Marchello, they've stolen 21 years of his life. That is not replaceable. Time is not replaceable. I would rather you steal all the money in the world away from me than to steal my time. You steal my time, you've stolen my life. You've stolen my purpose, basically, because you can't live in your purpose when you're spending time being an employee. So that person very much is right. It is a slave ship employment. That's why I'm trying tooth and nail to get my own thing going, to do my own thing on my own time. I'm an artist. God did not give me these gifts just to every now and then in between work paint a cute picture and that's it. It's something he wanted me to do with it, and I'm very much being distracted with always having to go to work. Work creates boundaries. The time you clock out, that's where the boundary starts. And then the time you clock back in, that's the second boundary. In between those 2 points, you have to fill in everything else that you need to do. And I just was doing a video about that, saying how I needed to start doing like little infographics so I could start incorporating some of my graphic design skills in here. Because right now that graphic design degree is going down the toilet. It was pointless at this point because I'm still on the work ship. I wasn't able to graduate and just jump into the graphic design field, paying my bills hand over fist, making money. That didn't happen. I graduated in one of the worst times too, in 2020. That ish threw me off. Like, had it not been 2020, but you know, in the scheme of things happened the way they were supposed to happen. I was supposed to graduate in 2020 and slash 2021. That was already set, though I didn't know that was the plot twist. I didn't know nothing about that. All I knew was when I worked hard, and once I was done working hard and graduated, I would never have to struggle like this again. And that was not true. That was not true. I'm struggling worse now, it feels like. So that was not the point in this video. So now I gotta head up to the Walmart, empty this video off, and then come back and record for you guys, starting over. Because I feel like I am in a starting over time. Because when a lot of times when you feel like things just are not working right in your life, everything's going downhill, it is because something drastic is going to change the course and the path of your life that will change it possibly for the better, but it's going to look like you're going over a waterfall head first and you don't even know what you're finna do. So I want to tell that story because I just realized it's been 10 years since I did a life start over, and it was very challenging. So, all right, I will see you guys in the next video. Hiss ya, girl, Cadillac. See how I don't never get to my point, girl?